Hello, everyone, and welcome to our good night meditation. So today, at this moment, let us kind of glance through our day. We don't have to go into much of a details, but just think about it from morning, what all things happened, and how was I feeling? How was my behavior? And just take a pause and think about it. How were all the interactions? Was I all the time feeling great, cheerful? And in terms of actions, what I did. And why I'm asking about this is to think about that what exactly we see outside is really a manifestation of what goes inside out. And what does that really mean is, if you would have noticed, right, sometimes, just to take a simple example, that some person may be all the time very organized, very clean. Some your friends or family or whoever, when we enter their house, it is you will get a beautiful fragrance, and everything is very neatly organized and very clean and very nice, right? But some other person, we may go to their house and things are not really very organized, or that person is not probably paying too much attention. And even if things are a little bit cluttered here and there, that person is comfortable in that space. But at the same time, the one who really likes to be organized and clean will not be comfortable in such space. And why does that happen? And if you think about it, there are just like billions, so many people on earth, and everyone is so different. The way they like things, and the way they organize everything is very different, because whatever we do outside is a manifestation of what goes inside. Meaning, somebody who is internally very calm, internally very organized in terms of their thoughts, their decisions. Internally, when someone is very clean, organized, that will show outside. And outside, in a house, for example, let us take a very simple example. In a house, for example, they will like things that are they would like to keep it clean and organized. And this other person who doesn't really keep things organized and they are cluttered, it's generally manifestation of what goes inside them. And maybe their thoughts are not very clear, and it's not very, what we say, the mind is not decluttered, right? That will show outside. That will be the manifestation. And that's why then that person is still comfortable in such space. They won't find anything wrong there. And now, what do we mean by inside? Inside means the invisible being that we can't see with these eyes. The one who operates this body. Now, we always talk about mind. So where is mind? It is a part of that inner being. And when we say this word I, it's not really this body. but this beautiful tiny star, the soul, the inner being that is sitting inside this body. The one who doesn't belong to this physical world, and it's invisible to these eyes. And mind is one of the faculties of this inner being, the soul. Another is intellect. And then another is the subconscious, which is part of a mind. And when we say inside out, means what goes on internally in that mind. All those thoughts that are generating, and that is actually manifested outside. The feelings, right? And sometimes, like to take another example, sometimes some people, we say that one particular person is always so cheerful and happy, and I like to be in the company of that particular person. And someone may not be really always very cheerful. Sometimes even I have noticed, you smile at someone, but they don't really smile back easily. That doesn't mean they're bad, but that is how the personality has built up. And that is a manifestation of what goes inside, that little mind, thoughts and feelings and subconscious. So how do we make sure that our inside or that inner being is clear and clean? And so then that will be manifested outside in our cheerfulness, happiness, and organization, and we are able to take those decisions. And the way we do that is through meditation. We remind ourselves all the time who we are, because who we are, who I am, who everyone is, this tiny little star, the soul, who is eternally, innately peaceful, innately happy, innately clean, pure, innately knowledgeful, has that spiritual understanding of who am I, blissful, loveful, unconditionally. And that's our original nature, soul's original nature. And so in our meditation, we remind ourselves again and again, who am I and where do I belong to? Meaning that the soul is a guest on this physical world. It belongs to that invisible world of light. And by doing that, we actually clean up our mind again and again. We go back to our true self, the inner self. We connect to that and create those impressions in mind. So now let us, for 2 minutes, let us try and connect to that inner self. Sit very comfortably and make sure back is straight. Become aware of this physical world, this body, hands, and eyes are seeing all that. Ears are listening. But who is really seeing? Is the invisible tiny star at the center of the forehead, behind the eyes. And with the eye of a mind, we hold this image of a tiny little star in this body, seeing through these eyes, listening through these ears. Innately peaceful being of light. Just try and grasp this and try and create these feelings of peace. I am a peaceful soul. I am a loveful soul. I am a happy soul. Originally, eternally, very happy. I am a blissful soul. And as if I, the soul, I am a guest in this body. Everything is extra. And I, the soul, I belong to that invisible dimension of light, which is far beyond this physical world. A world of peace, home of peace and silence. Just try and be in this experience of peace. And slowly and gently, we come back to the awareness of the physical world, the body, sound around, but in the awareness that who is listening to that is the invisible tiny point of light. And as you go to bed and tomorrow also as you wake up, try and remind yourself, who am I? Is this beautiful being of light, peaceful, loveful, and happy. Thank you and have a good night.